It's like,
Definitely.
oh my god, like all this freedom, I can drink now, I'm legally 18 in Australia.
Party village.
Party life, people say that, but it's also like...
Her village is like so notorious for partying. Hi guys, my name is Grace and today we have Rafaela with me and we're gonna do a FAQ about studying abroad.
Thanks for having me, Grace.
So the first question is your thoughts about studying overseas and what makes international students different from local students.
Studying abroad is always like an opportunity that most students want to undertake. I think coming abroad, it takes a lot of guts and like support from family, especially to make it in this new country, which can be very daunting as it's not comfortable being away from family and friends, and financially there's a lot of pressure. So I think all the international students are really commendable for studying abroad.
Definitely,
and it takes a lot to be here. So it's just not about money and all that. Even mentally it takes a lot to like study abroad. So yeah, I think.
But I do know a lot of students who actually like can't wait to escape from their hometown.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't wait to get out. You know, I just want to experience the world out there.
Yeah, I think having done that for almost 3 years, you think, oh, this freedom is great, but adulting can be really hard also, especially if you're an undergrad student. It's like,
Definitely.
oh my god, like all this freedom, I can drink now, I'm legally 18 in Australia. But it can be very scary also, considering that if you have no family like me, it can be very scary to be alone and doing all grades and maybe finding jobs and like supporting yourself through all this can be very hard.
Like I came here without knowing anyone. Did you come here without knowing anyone?
I too have no family in Sydney, which is also great because then there's no one writing stuff about you back home and saying, oh, you know, Raph does this, Raph does that, which is always nice to have personal space.
It's like a fresh start.
Yeah, a fresh start away from people. It can also be bad, but it's also a blessing, I think, in a good way, because you get to grow as an individual, learn to do things alone, like do your dishes. Like if you've been handheld through everything back home, when you're an adult in a new country, you get to like find things about yourself, you travel alone, find what you like and dislike, stuff like that.
Actually my parents were like really, really proud of me. And they were
they should be.
It's like this newfound respect, you know. It improves your relationship with your parents as well. I don't know, they just think you've grown up, you know.
Not just that, like for you to study abroad, I think parents even understand like the curriculum is different, adjusting to that, and just living abroad alone with like new people everywhere. Even your parents understand like, oh wow, my daughter is doing well, like I'm so proud of her, she's studying abroad. So all international students out there, shout out, you guys are doing good. And the second question is discuss some of your experiences and stories in Australia. I'll just like start off by saying that you know, before coming overseas, I haven't really experienced kindness to a whole new level, and I haven't really got the opportunity to like give kindness to people as well. But when I came here, I was like amazed and blown away by the amount of kindness like people have shown me. I'm really prone to injury, so there was once like I fell down and injured my knee. There's this woman who just passed by, like she was literally in her car driving to work, and she stopped and helped me to her car and sent me back home. Oh my god, that is great.
That was just
good people out there.
It's so heartwarming. And then she told me she's gonna be late for work, and I'm just like, why are you doing this for? You know what I mean? So Raph lives on campus.
Represent.
Do you have any stories?
So when I came here, I was 17. Of course, the uni was like, oh, you're underage, so you have to live in homestay. So I had the opportunity to live with a lovely family, and I agree completely. Like, kindness is something you unexpectedly receive, considering you think you're alone all the time, but there's people always there who want to help. And it's just a matter of you trying to find that help, because people wouldn't know what you want unless you tell them or express what you're feeling. Living on campus has been great though. I think I've grown so much. I live in Macquarie Village, so it's on campus, really close, really fun, balanced.
Party village.
Party life, people say that, but it's also like...
Her village is like so notorious for partying.
People say that there are 1,000 residents, we've got around 200 houses, but I think it's just the individual, like what you want to do. If you want to be in a party, you go out and join the party, but if you want to stay home and study, it's a choice that you have to make. And you also have your personal space, because you've got your own room. It's up to you to make your own decision, and that's really hard while studying abroad. Like, temptation is everywhere. You want to like study and party, but you want to party more and deviate from what you came here. Your true reason is lost, and I think that shouldn't happen. Like, for you to stay dedicated is really important.
the most important lesson I learned is like discretion and self-control. Like back home, we've got our parents to control us, right?
Yeah.
They're kind of like, you know, sheltering us. But when you come here, it's like you're on your own and you're like responsible for all your actions.
Yeah.
So I find myself like saying, hey, this is enough, and like you have to study and everything. So
Knowing your limits.
yeah.
That's really important.
The last thing is that, do you have any tips for like just people in general who wants to take this path? Yeah, just like tips on accommodation or making friends.
Yeah, my main tip would be just jump at every opportunity you get, especially in your first year, because most people just tend to like, oh, I need a job, I need to make money, because they think like they just get like lose their path, which is really not great in the long run. Because if you get volunteering opportunities in your first year, highly recommend it. I did mentoring, all these different volunteering opportunities, which will just open up a whole new world of paid opportunities later on. And balance, like finding good friends is nice, having a good time is always nice, but always knowing your limits.
I'm kind of like a sociable person. In my first semester, I just made the effort to attend every single, well, not every single, but like most of the events in uni, just to make sure that I just mix around, especially during orientation. That's really useful. Like they have speed friendship and everything. You can really go all out. But if you're an introvert, I really recommend you joining a club or society that you feel passionate about. Like, for example, like if you care about animals, there are people who, you know, do that. Or if you care about like debating or, you know,
a sport or something.
like anything you're interested in, that is the best place to start like growing.
Most universities abroad have about 200 societies. So even if it's something like chess, or you like a specific type of food, there's a society for it. So you can definitely find your people if you're comfortable, and then branch out from there. Accommodation, I suggest maybe living on campus for like at least a year. It's a good experience.
So you can make friends. Lots of people do that, and then when they find their clique, they move out together.
Yeah, that's always
so they actually
good.
save money.
Yeah, so you have friends, you get along, you cook together after.
It
makes it cheaper, because on campus accommodation can be expensive. Yeah.
As for food, always buy and cook. It will improve it will save
skills
so much. And I couldn't emphasize the importance of learning to cook. And you know, whether you're a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. Just learn to cook. It's an essential life skill.
And at least one specialty of your country. Because if you're an international student, there's always opportunities to do like a potluck dinner. So I'm Indian, so I can like cook a good butter chicken, and that's the only thing like I pride myself on from scratch. So
why did you cook today?
I know, the day you're leaving and now we can't even cook you a dinner. But if you have a dish that you really enjoy from your hometown, always make sure you learn the recipe so you can come back home and share it from students from other cultures. That's always like a nice thing.
Because you're like a represent of the country.
And eating out is expensive, especially like in good cities like Sydney. Like a good meal will cost you $12. So shopping cheap, looking up at deals, being thrifty because you're a uni student. Is all.
I guess that's enough. We'll see you in the next video. Just let me know in the comments whether you find this useful or any other questions that you have. Just let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Good luck.